What's up guys, my name is Davon and today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Galactavise with acoustic guitar. The Galactavise is a great compressor pedal. I won't go too in-depth with what a compressor does. If you want a full in-depth video, you can check out the one here. We'll also put the link for it in the description. But overall, a compressor just takes the really loud parts and bring them down. They take the really quiet parts and bring them up for an overall balanced sound. Since the acoustic guitar has so many different styles and techniques that you can use, whether you're strumming away or you're finger picking or you're doing some individual picking, some light stuff, all of these different techniques definitely have different volumes naturally, right? So a compressor would really help balance all of that out. So it doesn't matter if you're strumming really loud and you're transitioning to a finger picking part, you're going to hear all of those notes clearly come through in the mix or live or whatever it may be with a compressor pedal. So with all that being said, I'm going to show you how it works. So let's dive into dialing it in. All right, so we are here at the setup. We have a Yamaha FX335 Cutaway Edition. And this is going into our Galactavise compressor. That's going into our acoustic amp, and then that is going directly into our interface. So nothing too crazy, it's pretty straightforward. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and show you what the pedal sounds like on and what it sounds like off. So starting with it off, I'll go ahead and play some stuff, and then we'll turn it on and see what this bad boy does. Let's turn it on. Right off the bat, you notice all of the little intricacies of the acoustic guitar just completely shine with the Galactavise. I really love the way that it really complements the acoustic sound. I'm going to go through a few knobs. I'm not going to go too much into the details of every single thing on this pedal, but I will point out important factors, how I dialed in the specific tone for this mix, and just things to look out for. So with that being said, we have our level. This is pretty standard. I really love that you can level match with this volume knob, which pretty much means it's like if you turn it to the left, it's gonna be quiet, turn it to the right, gonna be loud. Super straightforward knob. What I really do want to point out is the sustain. What this is pretty much doing is it's deciding how much we are compressing, right? So like I said before, certain things are just naturally gonna be louder, and this knob really helps us pinpoint what we really want to shine. So the lower it is, the less it's working. The higher it is, the higher it's working. I'm going to actually showcase this with finger picking. I think it's the best way to really hear the difference. So I'm going to have it set all the way to the left, and I'll just pick a few things. And let's go ahead and crank it all the way to the right and do the same passage. So right away, you really hear almost everything with it turned all the way up, including the scraping of the finger against the string, which is a very lovely sound with acoustic guitar playing. Everyone really likes that sound. But you also want to be careful not to crank your sustain too high, because if you do, when you start strumming, it starts to squash everything. Because like I said, it takes the quieter parts and it brings it up. You can hear the finger scraping and all that stuff. But it also takes the louder parts and bring them down. So you don't want to completely just destroy your tone by just cranking it all the way. You want to find a nice balance. The attack just shows us how fast our compressor is going to work. And then, this pedal also has two other great functions. A presence, which brings back some of that brightness that you can lose with some compressors, and a mix. You can bring back your original acoustic DI tone and really get a great blend of sound. So let's go ahead, tamper with a few things, and dial in the sound. We're going to go ahead and have our sustain almost at 10 o'clock. We want it to be a great balance of strumming and individually picking. We're going to have our attack a little bit faster for this one, just because we're doing a lot of strumming. If I take this attack and I pull it all the way back, you'll hear the compressor kind of swell. It'll take a little time for the compressor to kick in. So we want to have the attack a little bit higher, so that way it doesn't get all wompy with volume. It feels like this push and pull thing that kind of happens. So we're going to set that at about 2 o'clock and give it some strumming love and see how it sounds. And then I'm actually going to leave the mix at about 50%. I really like the way that sounds, but I'm going to go ahead and turn up the presence knob because it is starting to sound a little muffled, and we'll go ahead and use the presence knob to just really brighten things up. Put that almost all the way at full effect. Like that. So I love the way that sounds right there. Let's go ahead and see what it sounds like in a full mix. Okay, so that was the demo. I hope you guys liked it. Now I'm going to quickly just show you a few different styles with the pedal on and off. So let's start with some strumming and go from there. Now we'll do some individual picking. Note by note. Compressor pedal off. Okay, now we'll go with the compressor on. Now let's do some finger picking. Compressor on. Yeah, I guess we could do some rhythmic stuff. Let's do some rhythmic stuff. Big thumb. Compressor on. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you like, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you can stay tuned for all the great content that we'll have in the future. And also comment down below if you also like using a compressor pedal with acoustic guitar, or if you use it on any other instruments. I actually know some friends who use it on keyboard, which is pretty sweet. Looking forward to hearing from all of you, and I'll see you in the next video.